Monday, May the 12th, Alan Max rants. And of course, I rant especially when it's something I consider to be rant worthy. Today, I want to talk about how our government has been rogue for so many decades, and we've just sat back and let them do it. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, bunch of frickin' thieves, rogues, people with no more respect for you or for me than anybody. I mean, it sucks. I'm looking at the Constitution. I just want to take three of the amendments, those are the Bill of Rights, three of those 10, and look at how they've been systematically and thoroughly trashed by our government. And there's been no one made to pay for it. There's been no retribution. They just do what they frickin' well want to do. Our Constitution guarantees us certain God-given rights. It doesn't give us the rights, it guarantees the rights. But they've all been seriously diminished by a pick-and-choose government. And that's what they are. I mean, let's take the First Amendment. All right, it's done. It's trash, it's history, it doesn't exist. Look at what they did to us during COVID-19 hysteria. First of all, they allowed the hysteria to spread, but let's get on back to the Constitution. They shuttered our businesses, closed our churches, banned our right to assemble, wouldn't allow us to worship. They locked us in our homes. Some of us were arrested and even beaten for walking outdoors. Some went to jail. Some served prison sentences. And all of this without as much as a trial. There was no due process. When there's no due process, I mean, even Hitler, Germany, had the illusion of process. Even communist China has due process. No, not us, baby. No, gone and done. How about the Second Amendment? That one's done too. It's bad enough that alcohol, tobacco, and firearms writes their own laws, circumventing Congress, the Senate, just writing their own laws. But when our Second Amendment went out the window, well, so did our freedoms. I mean, how about someone who's been in jail? Doesn't matter why, they've been in jail. And now they're out. They're not on probation. They're not on parole. They're out. Okay? This guy has assumed that it's to resume his place in society. But the government won't let him do it. He's paid his price, but not really, because in America you can't pay your price. In the ignorance of the eye of the public, it's assumed he's paid his debt to society, and there's that word, assumed. You know what happens when you assume, right? Right, you make an ass out of you and out of me. Government picks and government chooses the civil rights that we may or may not have according to their situation, their taste, their opportunity. It's like you go to a cafeteria and you choose what you want, what food items, what have you. Guys, human rights, according to the Constitution, are not up for grabs. And this includes the Second Amendment and the guarantee to keep a gun. Now, in many of our cities, even our states, some of our counties, Second Amendment's been out the window for forever. Why? Because it isn't just the people who've been freed from prison. It's everybody. Go to New York, go to California, go to New Jersey, go to Washington, go to Oregon, go to many of these sorry-ass states where, well, you can have a gun, but only if we allow you to. So fill out your paperwork and send it in, and we'll see. And when we give you the license, we'll restrict the hell out of it. Understand this. If you've paid your debt to society, then government needs to keep you free. They need to keep you on the same playing field as everybody else. Now, if you haven't, they need to lock you up and keep you there, or put you on probation and keep you there. I mean, if you're too dangerous to own a gun, then what are you doing out of jail? You see what I'm talking about? This guy, shoplifting, felony shoplifting, he gets out. He can't ever own a gun again, even though he's not on parole or probation, hasn't been arrested. He's as clean as a maiden's sheets. He has nothing since he got out. He's as law-abiding as anybody. Can he have a gun? No. The FBI says no. Why? Because that's their assumption, and that's in direct violation of the Constitution. Well, so much about that. That pisses me off. Hold on a minute. That was a long burp. I'm back. What about the Fifth Amendment? Oh, that's a beauty right there. That's a beauty. You've probably heard this term double jeopardy, right? Yeah, that's bullshit. The Fifth Amendment it's routinely violated by federal prosecutors. Far too often, somebody is tried, like in a state court, found not guilty, and as they're being released, hell, the judge's gavel barely hits the desk, and the feds swoop in, grab him, take him away. Double jeopardy is dead. The feds operate with impunity. They'll take the same crime for which you were, found not guilty. They'll take the same crime, the same actions, the same events, and they'll give them a new name. With a new name, it's now a new crime. Oh, there you go. Now they can prosecute you over again, but on the federal level. And that's not good because feds have a 94% conviction rate, all due to their bottomless checkbook. Doesn't that make your ass hurt? Well, here we go. If somebody must have any of his or her civil rights taken away, then keep them locked up, or at least on a leash, probation or parole. If you free this person, if you set them free, no more obligation, free, that free man is entitled to the same rights, protections, and liberties as anybody else in the country. Selectively choosing from within this narrow number of amendments, selectively choosing from within the Constitution, I call that cafeteria justice. You can't have it both ways. Although you have had it both ways, any way you want, for decades, because you evil bastards have the guns and we don't. You got to watch yourselves. You keep pressing us. You keep selectively denying civil liberties, civil rights, our right to freedom of speech, our right to religion, our right to free thought, our right to own a firearm, our right to not be tried for the same crime again and again and again till you get it right. When you're busy denying our guaranteed rights and our civil liberties, when you're doing this and you're doing it without due process of any kind, then you're the criminals. Working loopholes in the Constitution means that it's you who should be behind bars. But how about this, Mr. President? Mr. Donald John Trump, man, I respect the hell out of you. But how about if you look into this and see why this unconstitutional behavior is happening? You may have personal thoughts on the matter. Put them aside. Maybe you think, well, he did steal something, so he has forever abrogated his rights to... No, stop. Go to the Constitution. Take it to the Supreme Court. Take it to a constitutional lawyer, as I have done. And you will find out, Mr. Trump, that when you champion the rights of the few, you're championing the rights of the many. I'm Max, and that's a fact.